Hi, I'm so glad you found me. I'm glad that you're back, for those of you that are coming back, and I'm glad for those of you that are just finding me for the first time. I'm Joy Crow, and I've got something really interesting I want to share with you. There are some things that I am responsible for, and there are some things that I'm not responsible for. There are some things that you are responsible for, and there are some things that you are not responsible for. Now, one of those things for me is for me to eat right food on a regular basis. That's like 6 times a day. It's been made possible for me to buy the food I need and to do that. However, what brings me to this place? Well, today I was listening to this sermon from Sunday's church service, and the pastor was preaching on Sarah and Abraham. That's found Genesis 17, chapter 17. This is a story I'm very familiar with, so it did not have my full 100% attention. But in the last few minutes of his sermon, he mentioned that Sarah had taken on the responsibility of fulfilling God's promise. Sarah had taken on something that was not her responsibility. This can sometimes be difficult. Sometimes you must identify what you're not responsible for first. That's sometimes difficult for those of us, especially who have a savior complex. I thought to myself, I'm not responsible for feeding 500,000 children in Michigan who are in food deserts. But I am responsible for feeding me. A couple of Christmases ago, my son gave me this Apple Watch as a present. And one of the things that this watch does is ever so often, it tells you to stand up and move for at least 1 minute. I usually ignore it. But thinking about that, the fact that I was responsible for my health, I got up and I went in the kitchen and I began to wash the dishes. I can only stand for 7 to 10 minutes because of back pain, so this took longer than I expected. I couldn't cook and eat until I had washed the dishes and the pots and the pans. The only thing I had eaten today was a banana. As a diabetic, this was not a good thing. I'm supposed to eat every 3 to 4 hours, and it had been almost 10 hours since I had my banana. Several times today, I slipped off to sleep. I don't believe it was really sleep, so it was important for me to get some food in me. Finally, after several efforts, I was able to get the dishes washed and some chicken drumsticks in the oven. I had put some peas in the microwave and opened up a can of beets. I love beets. This was a pivotal moment for me. I knew once I got some food in me, I would be better and more able to get some things done and think clearer. I thought I would share this with you and ask you the question, what are you responsible for? Remember, you're not responsible for everything, but there are some things that you are responsible for that are your responsibility. Have you identified them? And are you acting on them? Are you trying to take responsibility for God's job or someone else's and not yours? Check out the video I did on 5 questions to ask to get your life moving in the right direction. Number 1 and number 2 questions are pivotal to your growth and progress. So have a great day, and don't forget to be awesome.